Hello friends and welcome to my channel. In this video we will be learning about the muscles of mastication. To begin with, the muscles of mastication are temporalis, masseter, lateral pterygoid and medial pterygoid. Then coming in detail to masseter. Muscles of mastication develop from the mesoderm of the first branchial arch. And they are supplied by the mandibular nerve, which is the nerve of the first branchial arch. Masseter is a quadrilateral muscle and it covers the lateral surface of the ramus of the mandible, and it has got three layers. That is, first one is the superficial layer, second one is the middle layer, and third one is the deep layer. The superficial layer is the largest layer. It originates from the anterior two-thirds of zygomatic arch and adjoining process of maxilla, and it gets inserted into the lower part of the lateral surface of the mandible. And the fibers of the superficial layer pass downwards and backwards at 45 degrees. Then second is the middle layer. They originates from the anterior two-thirds of the deep surface and posterior one-third of the lower border of zygomatic arch, and they gets inserted into the middle part of the ramus. Third one is the deep layer. It originates from the deep surface of the zygomatic arch and it gets inserted into the upper part of the ramus and carotid process. The middle and the deep fibers pass vertically downwards. Nerve supply by the masseteric nerve. Action is that it elevates mandible to close the mouth to bite. Second is the temporalis muscle. Temporalis muscle originates from the temporal fossa and temporal fascia, and they get inserted on the carotid process and anterior border of ramus. The fibers of the temporalis muscle converge and pass through gap deep to the zygomatic arch. The nerve supply is by the two deep temporal branches from the anterior division of the mandibular nerve. The action is that it elevates the mandible, then it retracts the protruded mandible, and it helps in side to side grinding movements. Next is the lateral pterygoid muscle and the medial pterygoid muscle. The lateral pterygoid muscle is a short, conical and has upper and lower heads. The upper head originates from the infratemporal surface and crest of the greater wing of sphenoid bone, and the lower head, which is the larger head, it arises from the lateral surface of lateral pterygoid plate. The upper head gets inserted into the pterygoid fovea on the anterior surface of the neck of the mandible. The lower head gets inserted into the anterior margin of articular disc and capsule of the temporomandibular joint. The fibers of the lateral pterygoid muscle runs backwards and laterally and converge for insertion. The nerve supply is by a branch from the anterior division of mandibular nerve. The actions of lateral pterygoid include it depresses mandible to open the mouth, then lateral pterygoid and medial pterygoid protrude the mandible. Next is the medial pterygoid muscle. The medial pterygoid is a quadrilateral shaped muscle. It has a small superficial head and a large deep head. The superficial head originates from the maxillary tuberosity and adjoining bone. The deep head originates from the medial surface of the lateral pterygoid plate and adjoining process of the palatine bone. The medial pterygoid muscle gets inserted into the roughened area on the medial surface of the ankle and adjoining ramus of the mandible, below and behind the mandibular foramen and mylohyoid groove. The fibers run downwards, backwards and laterally. The medial pterygoid muscle are supplied by the nerve to the medial pterygoid, which is a branch of the main trunk of the mandibular nerve. The actions of the medial pterygoid muscle includes: first one is that it elevates the mandible. Second one, it helps protrude the mandible. And third one is that this right medial pterygoid along with the left lateral pterygoid turn the chin to the left side. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.